looking ahead by actually looking back. Matt Hasselbeck become a fan favorite, but now he's part of ESPN's Monday night broadcast, and given what he went through last season, he's still calling the shots.
Monday Night Countdown.
The music is familiar, and for fans in Indy, so is one of the faces of the show. Former Colts quarterback Matt Hasselbeck was added to the cast in the offseason. And the transition?
Get rid of it. You're not using it that week. That's your only chance to beat Denver.
Is about as smooth as it gets.
I'm assuming now that you've been in TV a while, the secret's out. This really isn't that difficult.
It's a little more difficult than I think players think. Yeah.
Really? In what way?
I just remember being a player and my teammates or even myself would get offended, be like, what did he just say? You know, and like get like mad at a guy. You know, you get mad at somebody for saying something about you or your team or something. Right. And I know now from, you know, I get like 20 seconds to say something.
I ain't got one, no. But behind the scenes, the timing appears to be right for everyone. Seth Markman is NFL Countdown's senior producer.
What does Matt bring to the table?
From a personality standpoint, from an intelligence standpoint, you know, quarterback, been in the league, seen so much. We just always knew that he'd be someone we would target.
He completes a desk that includes big personalities like Randy Moss and Trent Dilfer, who does look somewhat like Matt.
He can hang with you guys, right?
Man, I like Matt, Tim, Matt.
Wait a minute.
I think
which one's which?
I don't know. Just call him Tat. How about Tat? Tat Hasselbeck.
Matt and Trent coincidentally go back to when they were teammates in Seattle.
He always has to call me and check on what color suit I'm wearing.
Really?
And only I can have facial hair. Because if we didn't have that agreement, this thing could go downhill really quick.
The craziest thing for me right now is whenever Trent Dilfer says something that offends somebody, I get his hate mail on Twitter because like all bald white guys look the same to most of America. So I'm kind of like, man, you sucked in Baltimore. I'm like, first of all, watch your language. Secondly, I never played for Baltimore. That was Dilfer.
Hasselbeck never played in Baltimore, but he had 3 years in Indy after 2 seasons in Tennessee, 10 seasons in Seattle, and 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers.
Did you get everything out of your career you would have liked?
Yes and no. Like, yes, I did, because when I got drafted in the 6th round in 1998, I remember going to my first training camp feeling like, you know what, if I just, hopefully, they'll let me keep the cool Packer shorts that they give us for practice.
Yeah, because you can't buy those anywhere.
No, you can't.
That's
and they
good
got your
stuff.
number on the inside of them. So I was like, if I'm able to keep these shorts at the end of this, you know, training camp, that'd be a major win, like show my kids, maybe my grandkids.
But it was his 2015 season with the Colts that helped decide his future. Playing for an injured Andrew Luck, Matt suffered a number of injuries, including ones to his shoulder and neck in a Sunday nighter against the Steelers.
We saw a lot of you last year.
Yeah.
Out on the field.
Was not by design.
You got banged up a lot out there.
You know, actually, it's funny. I played 4 games, and I was 100% healthy. I was training. I was still lifting weights. But then once I got hurt, and I hurt my ribs, and I hurt my jaw, and I hurt my neck.
If that beating, let's call it, hadn't happened, would you still be playing?
Yeah, I've thought about that a few times. Like, if I had just done probably the smarter thing, got hurt early in that Pittsburgh Steelers game. Had I just not played after that, I think things would be very, very different. It's possible, but I mean, that's
not likely.
A year later, the lessons remain vivid, and he uses them on a whole new stage.
You can push through some things even though you think you maybe can't.
Well, I think that showed Indianapolis who you were and are.
Stupid?
That's right, stupid, Dave.
Cruel and unusual punishment, yeah. I definitely felt that from the fans in Indianapolis. So I am very, very thankful for their sort of like tip of the cap. Like, hey, that was ugly out there, but man, wow.
That was honorable.
Honorable, that's a good word for it.
So for ESPN's viewers, the honor now is all theirs. A new voice, a new perspective, a new era. What began as an NFL dream for Matt continues for years to come.
This was not in my plans.
But you're having fun with it, though.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, though. The offer to do this and to be on a show that I grew up watching and even as an adult would tune into, and we're trying not to screw that.